Tell you what, folks, I am due for a nature injection, and that is what we're about to get. Well, I've arrived here at my camp in the Cuyamaca Mountains of San Diego County, California. Looks like fall is just about gone. The fall leaves are falling off the tree, but there is still a little bit of color here. It's super quiet, super peaceful. The wind just stopped blowing for a second. I saw a wild turkey on the way in, across the dirt road here, and I'm the only one here, which is amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and get camp set up and then we'll chat a little bit more. I forgot my leveling blocks once again, so I just used a couple of little logs. Pretty warm right now, but tonight it's going to be very chilly. It's going to drop down to 31 degrees, which is freezing. I have a little heater though to keep me warm and a nice sleeping bag, and I should stay pretty warm. Should be cozy in here. For those of you that watch my Idlewild video where I broke this latch, it is now fixed. I fixed that latch myself. It's pretty easy to do. I watched a YouTube video. It's the third one I've done, so I kind of have the hang of it now. Tonight I am using my Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm sleeping pad instead of the big full-sized air mattress because it has a higher R value and it's going to be very cold tonight. My sleep system, since it will be so cold, is my Sierra Design 0 degree nitro bag, as well as my sleeping bag liner, and supposedly this adds 14 more degrees of warmth. And I enjoy it. It feels like having a nice cozy sheet inside my sleeping bag. And then again, my Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. And I will also be putting this Z-Lite sleeping pad underneath it just for a little extra warmth. I don't have my cot, which I normally have in my truck camping setup. It is in storage, so I don't have it for this trip. I do plan on picking that up. My trailer is still living at the trailer park. If you missed my last video, check that out and I explain the whole situation with my trailer and you'll understand why I don't have it with me right now. And I just brought a pillow from my bed in the trailer. I did bring my Mr. Heater Buddy. It could be a little bit overkill for this small of a space. They do make a smaller one, and I do have it, but it's broken. So I brought this big boy. I'll probably only use it in the morning when I wake up for a little while. They are safe to use indoors, as long as you keep it well ventilated. So I'll make sure that I have these windows open and maybe even the back here open when I do use it. Go away, bee. Go away. Goodbye. You're coming back, huh? And voila, home for the night. Just a simple no-build setup. Going to fix myself up some tea and a snack, and we will have a little chat. This area I am in is a dark sky area, so it means there is very little to no light pollution, which is really cool. So at night, you should be able to see lots and lots of stars. Just about 6 miles outside of the historic town of Julian, which is a kind of a PCT stop town. They are famous for their apple pie, which I plan to get tomorrow. Today, I just wanted to get to camp, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. I forgot my coffee on this trip, but one thing I didn't forget is my AG1. Having these travel packets are so clutch. I've been traveling so much lately. I took a little getaway, which I didn't film. I've been sleeping at my mom's house. I've been in my trailer. I've been out camping. And the one thing I never forget is my AG1. AG1 is NSF certified for sport, the gold standard for independent quality and safety testing. Their formula is tested for over 280 banned substances, including stimulants, narcotics, diuretics, and masking agents. The travel season can be hectic, but AG1 makes staying healthy so simple. You can easily keep up with your nutrition wherever you go without the need to juggle multiple supplements. One of these bad boys is packed with 75 vitamins, minerals, probiotics, prebiotics, and so much more. AG1 is a research-backed daily health drink that combines a multivitamin, probiotic, and blend of superfoods into one scoop. AG1 has been part of my daily healthy habit for over 4 years now. If you'd like to try it for yourself, click that link below or scan the QR code here to subscribe and save $20 off your first subscription of AG1. Thank you once again to AG1 for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the show. I love this tea. It's an apple cinnamon chamomile, I believe. It's a Stash brand. It's so good. Tastes like fall. It is fall. Looks like fall. It's wonderful. As I mentioned, it's just after Thanksgiving. First and foremost, I want to say how thankful I am to all of you, for all of you. There would be no me out here doing these things and bringing the beauty of the world to you without you. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving at my sister Jill's house. I think a lot of you know who Jill is. It was beautiful, lots of family came, and the food was excellent. I took the week off to really concentrate on trying to procure a new tow vehicle. It's very time consuming, so I just wanted to concentrate on that alone and try to get that done. The good news is I think I have found one. The bad news is that means it's going to be time to say goodbye to my old truck that has been so faithful to me for the last 5 years. I say it's been so faithful, but I have poured a ton of money into her. Back in 2019, when I first hit the road, on the 3rd day driving her with the truck camper on top, the steering pump went out. I, shortly after that, had to change all the fuel injectors, which were $5,000. And it just continued. I think there was probably 1 year with her where I didn't have any big money expenditures other than the standard oil changes and things like that. When I bought her, she had 200,000 miles on her, and now she's got 319,000 miles on her. But even with all that, I'll be sad to see her go. I don't know if you're like me, but I get attached to homes that I've lived in and vehicles. Not too much besides that. Obviously, humans, that goes without saying. But as far as material things, I really don't get attached to anything but vehicles and homes. I've left apartments that I've lived in for years and cried when it was all empty and it was time to close the door for the last time. So I'm sure I'll shed a few tears when it's time to hand this baby over. So yeah, this could potentially be the last adventure in her if everything goes smoothly and how I hope that it will. And yeah, it's gonna be kind of bittersweet. So things have been pretty crazy with the family holidays, spending lots of time with family, and also trying to procure a new tow vehicle and take care of some other things as well while I'm stationary. And speaking of being stationary, it is such a strange emotional dynamic being stationary, and especially particularly being in a city. I'm so used to being on the road full time that it's just really kind of an emotional roller coaster, because I am so happy to be home and be with family and be in one place and kind of have a break from the road. But then my heart is wanting and itching to get back out on the road, and especially be in nature. I really have a difficult time with cities nowadays and all the noise and chaos connected to them. So it was really much needed to get out here in nature. I was going to take you through the historic charming town of Julian before coming to camp. However, I just needed to get here. I really wanted to spend as much time here at camp as possible. It gets dark at 5 p.m. I just wanted quiet and peace and be surrounded by trees and this little creek here and hear the noises of nature. And we can go visit town tomorrow. It is a tiny town. It's like a village, so it's not really a chaotic place. However, I did just want to get right into nature right away. So I'm just gonna relax and do some planning actually. I wanna do some planning for the coming year in terms of travel plans and also new video plans and what I'm going to do for the remainder of the year as well. So having some peace and quiet and just hearing the leaves falling off the trees. It's a great time to stop and clear my head and do some thinking. After a little while, we'll get some dinner going. We'll probably need to do it fairly soon because, as I said, it gets dark at 5. I like to have my cooking done before dark. The sun is about to dip behind the mountain and it's already getting chillier. As soon as the sun goes away, it's getting chilly, so I'll probably have to put on something a little bit warmer in just a second. It is so peaceful though. It is time to get dinner going tonight, and it is going to be a yummy BLT. We have our lettuce, we have our tomato, we have our bacon, and I'll probably put cheese on mine too. This is a big sandwich, but I have not really eaten all day other than those crackers. So this is kind of lunch and dinner. Okay, I've got my camp cleaned up, and I'm not really worried about bears, but there might be raccoons or mice or things like that. I don't think there are bears up here. So just in case, just have everything all neat and tidy and put away. By the way, it is 4:44. It's almost dark. This is my entertainment setup and how I watch Netflix in the evening. Set that up about there and be ready to go. It's feeling pretty snuggly in here. I feel nice and warm and snug as a bug in a rug. I'm probably just going to watch a movie here on Netflix, and I may just fall asleep during it. We'll see. It's only 5:30 p.m., but it feels like it's about 10 p.m. I had a really nice day, very relaxing. I feel very at peace, and I'm probably going to be snoozing pretty quickly here. I will check in with you all in the morning. Good night. It's kind of cold in here. I can see my breath. Good morning. I slept pretty well last night, actually. I didn't get cold at all inside my sleeping bag with the sleeping bag liner. Just turned the heater on just now, so I didn't have it on all night, and stayed pretty cozy. I realized this morning I committed a major faux pas. I forgot to bring coffee. Oh my gosh. I brought the creamer, the filters, the pour over dealie, everything I need for it, but not coffee. Luckily, I do have some black tea, so I can get my caffeine fix, and I'll just have to wait till I get to town to enjoy some coffee. I'm gonna have some Kodiak Power Cake chocolate chip pancakes, and I'm just gonna pour the batter into this plastic bag and then some water and mix it up right here in the bag. It's less cleanup, so that's the main reason. Just eyeball the water. I can always add more batter if I need to. These pancakes taste so good. The sun on my back feels amazing. And it's just nice to be here in the off season when nobody's here. Just about done cleaning up camp. Just have a few more things to pack up. And then we'll head in to check out Julian. It's pretty crazy to think that this is potentially the last trip I'm taking in this truck. This is a truck that started the road life portion of this channel. And it's the only truck you guys have ever seen me drive, the only vehicle. So it's going to be a little bit of a change, but it'll be a good one, I think. I will be sad to see her go, that is for sure. Camp is all packed up and I'm ready to roll. I will be sad to see the old girl go, but make no mistake about it, I am super excited for a newer, more reliable vehicle. We have arrived in Julian. First stop, someplace to get a cup of coffee. Julian is a premier mountain getaway just an hour east of San Diego. It is located in the beautiful Cuyamaca Mountains. It feels like taking a step back in time. It is known for its apple pies, wineries, and apple orchards. The first European settlers were Cockney Bill Williams from England and John Wesley Harrell, who arrived in the area in 1850 or 1851. In 1976, Julian approved a plan that required the exteriors of any buildings on Main Street to be no younger in age than 1913. Many structures bear a Victorian architecture that predates this cutoff. It is also well known as a town stop for Pacific Crest Trail thru hikers to grab a piece of pie, get a shower, and maybe rest their weary feet for a day or two. I stopped in Mom's to check out their pie selection, and I was not disappointed. Definitely getting into the Christmas spirit walking around this town. Got a piece of pie to go since I just had pancakes, but we'll open it up in the truck and take a look at what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I got the apple crumble crisp and it looks epic. That will be probably lunch later on. Julian is such a charming little town and all of the mountains surrounding it are beautiful. I had such a great and peaceful night, hearing the leaves crunching beneath my feet and falling from the trees and the wind rustling through them. It was absolutely perfect. There are so many little mountain towns like this to get away to just outside of the big cities, not very far, just a short drive, and you can be out in nature and in a totally different atmosphere. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I appreciate you all coming along. We'll see how the next couple of weeks transpire and whether I still have this baby or something new, but I do appreciate you coming, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.